Alright, test. This stream, I think I'm gonna prepare some reference and maybe get started on the tunnels. Let's see though, let me just lower the volume a bit on the music. I have not really prepared this at all, aside from the in-game environment being in Blender. Hopefully this will be okay. Okay, so this is the in-game tunnels on Ground Zero. And the goal is to take a top-down screenshot like this of the tunnels. A screenshot that is good enough that I can read it and make my own tunnel on my map later on, right? So let's see, in the reference window down here, I've got the old map I made and the old tunnels, which look like this. And compared to what I have here, I guess I can see some similarities. I guess the curvy bit up here, yeah, it's beneath that roof piece there, see? But yeah, so I have to prepare this in some way so that it's readable from above in a good way. And the reason why the camera takes up so much more space than what it needs to is because it also covers the whole exterior. So if I minimize this, you can see if I enable the exterior again, you can see all the buildings, different colors. That's just so that to make this view basically makes it a lot easier to model the footprint of each building like this when it's a different color. I do think though, for this type of view, I'd probably have to give each roof height a different shade of the same color, just so I know that like you can't really see where one roof begins and the other one ends here. So that's the only thing I'd have to change, I guess. But yeah, it's okay for now. But yeah, so the way I usually do this is I move everything to a different collection that I hide or disable visibility on. And the reason I do that instead of just hiding it with H like this is because I might want to go back to this view later on at some point. And then it's easy to just enable or disable a collection. Feels like the music is still a little bit too loud. And I don't know if I want to listen to this music. Hold on. Ambient music. I think some ambient music is better suited for this. Right, so to begin with, I do not want any of these roof pieces here. So I'm just gonna select one of them. Go up here, select linked object data. So because these are instanced, they're actually the same mesh, all of them. So if I move that vert there, they all change. I can move all them into this hide collection, right? Basically, I just have to identify everything that might block my view like this in a top-down. And so these pillars, I want to keep them in, but I don't want them to be hollow like this, I think. As long as they're visible, it's fine. Let's go into rendered mode. So this is what it would look like if I render this right now. I do not like that. I want the floor to be like a pavement color. So I'm just going by the viewport display color. I'm just going to change that to, I think something like that would be good for all the floor pieces. I don't think these share the same mesh though, so I can't use the same approach as last time. Viewport is a little bit slow here, but hopefully it looks fine on stream. Let's just Control C, the color. I just apply it like this. Then this one too, right? Or is this the whole thing with the walls as well? Okay. So the way around this is to separate the floor from the rest of this mesh, I think. So I'm just gonna P to separate. Like Control B. Okay. Yep. Like that for now. So all of these, like, we go back to this view instead. It's a bit better, and then flat, make it brighter. Maybe turn on shadow. Can't really tell if this affects the stream a lot. Not dropping any frames, so hopefully it's okay. But yeah, these little balconies across, I don't really want them in there, but I need to know where they are. So move them aside. I'm going to select all these. Yes, I think I'm going to move them aside the same distance, so 26 meters is probably good here. And then all of these windows, these probably share the same mesh as well. Let's select one of them. Select links, object data. Move them aside 26 meters. I should probably use parent all these, to be honest. Let me hide that temporarily. I want to be able to just select the windows here. Let's look at the top down view, hide the camera, hide the floor. Do this, I should be able to select all of these. And we do the same thing again, select links, object data. I think I can only do it with one at a time. No, that should be a better way of doing this. Hold on. Let's try it on one of these. Like it's here. All of these glass windows, are they part of this, maybe? Seems like it is. I don't actually need these to be visible. Don't need any glass to be visible, so maybe just disable all of these. All of the broken glass collections as well. I think I've done most of it. These floating props need to be moved into a hidden collection as well. And these things, whatever they are, you can disable those. Sniper defense is what these are called. The cloth hanging in the windows. Those as well. All the tarps. It's important I disable the render for these as well. If I disable the whole collection, it should do the same thing. So in this case, I can't hide the entire collection because it's a mix of different stuff. So I'm just gonna do select linked object data on that one again. And move them into the hidden collection. These could probably be removed as well. So I'll do the same thing there. Probably set up a shortcut for this. Let's do it actually. So select grouped, select linked object data, add to quick favorites. So far so good. All these pipes, let's do the same thing again. Select linked. Some more pipes here. Everything that blocks the view from above should be hidden. These pipes. Whatever this is. I'll keep small detail like this in. It might be cool to add in the end. Let's just see if there's anything else floating in the air here. I don't know. Could probably keep that. Here's another one of these ventilation shafts, and then this. Now what that is. It's also for ventilation or some piping, I guess. Let's hide that as well, and then finish your tent. You can probably hide that entire collection. Here's a floating ladder that's up in one of those bridge areas probably. And a floating barrel. Don't want to map that out, so I'm gonna hide those. Keep those speed bumps. In the pipes. These two can be hidden. I don't think I've seen these actually anywhere in the game. Not that I can remember, anyway. Let's hide those as well. And then just making sure there's nothing else flying above the ground, because then I might put it on the map and it's going to be incorrect. So these dolls here. Those and this thing. These little hooks. Also for some piping, I guess. Hide all those. These pipe pieces could probably be hidden as well. Okay. I do not want this roof, but I might want the supports. What does it look like? Isolate this and turn on cavity. Let's just try to go to side view. Just select these bottom parts and select linked. Let's turn on X-ray mode. Do the same thing again. Select linked. So there's all the supports that I need. Let's separate that. And then I can hide that top piece. I don't need that really. Let's look at it from above. So this can barely be seen from above because it's hollow. So I could just fill it in. What I think I'll do is I'll select these two edges, put the origin there. That way, I think I should be able to symmetrize this across because it's the same on both sides, I think. Let's just try it once. It's slightly different on the right side, over here, by the car. That is such a small difference, it should be fine. I'm just going to select this, fill that in, fill those in, sharpen. Then if I symmetrize, it fills them in on the other side as well there. And then I could fix this little thing where it moved them out again. Okay, so now these pillars are slightly more visible from above. Then what about these? Are they all the same instanced piece? Looks like it. So I could just fill this one in. I'm actually gonna leave a very small hole there, just so that I can easily identify it as a pillar from above. Okay, and now I need to look at areas you can walk into. So it looks like you can walk into this room here, right? Next to this container. Remove this roof. Just gonna separate it. Like that. Do the same for all of these. I could remove the pipes here, but I think it's okay. I can still see what's below here. Don't think that's an issue. I should probably change the floor here though. So I'm just going to give it that same viewport color. And later on, whenever I'm going to render this out, I should probably make the background transparent. Okay, so this is the blocked off part. I think there's a car back here, right? But for some reason it's not. Did not get extracted with everything else unless I accidentally hit it. But that's okay, it's not really important. Like the roof, separate, hide it. Okay. And I want to map out the openings of doors like this. I wonder, could you just place a cube maybe inside of it? Or above it maybe even? So I know how big that opening is. Give this a very noticeable color. This way I keep some of that detail below and I still know how big that hole is for the entrance. I'll do the same thing with this garage down here, I guess. Fine. What about this room here? Can you move in here? You can, okay. This is apparently almost connected to this other room, which is down here. Can you walk in there? Can you get into this room? I think I've ever seen this before. Anyway, let's just do the same thing. I'm going to remove the roof here. And I think these are decals. What is this? Is this like a... It's a little ramp that goes up there. This is a puddle. Let's see if I can hide that. So hide by name. I think puddle is included in these words. It's not. I'm just gonna add that. Puddle. And try again. Hide. And that hides all the puddle decals. And select this floor. Separate. Let's just give it the same color, but slightly brighter maybe. Viewport feels kind of slow, so maybe I should turn off shadows, maybe. That's better. Am I done, by the way, with this room? Seems done. Put this into the hidden. The rest seems fine. So I don't know if you can even get into this room, but I guess I'll clear some of this just in case. Did I hide all these pipes or not? Maybe these two are good to have. Separate these two out. Hide the rest, probably. Kind of hard to see. You can't see the whole room there. So I should maybe move part of this so I can see it. Probably do that with a boolean, I think. Let's just try and align it to this corner. That's where the room begins. It's over here somewhere. Not work. There we go. This stuff is kind of in the way. Let's hide it. I think I can see the whole room there now. Maybe I should expand this boolean just a little bit. Select the floor here again. Separate that. Copy this color. Is that staircase there though? And there's these pillars over here. Like these might be important for some reason. Let's add another cube here. See if I could use a boolean to hide some of the stuff above again. Thank you for the follow, Ohika. Hope I pronounced that right. So, as long as I can understand what it's supposed to be from above, it is fine. This could be hidden. Don't need any of this above ground detail. This could work. The only downside with this, I think, is these walls or these supports. They are basically invisible from above. I would probably need to apply this this boolean. Just hope it's not going to create more issues. Yeah, whatever. Let's apply this. So I can fill these in. Breaks the shading a little bit, but it's not really an issue for this since I just need to tell stuff apart. This is an inaccessible point, right? Cannot get in here. Would probably be covered up. See if I can do a limited dissolve here without breaking everything. It seems to have worked. Let's dissolve this too, maybe? Just push these by distance. Need to increase this value a bit. Oh. And I think if I go into rendered mode here, with the shadows, it also makes it a bit more easy to tell. Should probably make the pavement there a bit more visible for me though. So this part, I'll copy the color from over here. I guess the same thing applies over here, right? It's like stuff that might be important. This wall is not really visible from above, so I'm just gonna extrude that slightly so you can see it. I'm probably gonna have to take a second screenshot for reference from the side like this, just so I can see stuff like these pillars being slightly different in height. Windows here, I guess. But yeah, let's go into the cutters menu here and bring back this cutter. And I'm just gonna extrude that or make it bigger this way and use that to also cut off the top on that side and apply that. I have to do the same thing here with these supports. Just fill them in. These might be... I thought they were instants, but they're not. Let's just fill these in. Probably fill this in as well. This thing. Or I haven't missed something here on this side. So what's this room for down here? I don't remember ever going in here, but since there's a box there, I guess there's just some tech loot down there or something. This floor be the same color as this. And I can remove these, I guess. If all of these are on the roof, I could probably hide all of them actually. There's a window that I missed. Let's see where that is. It's actually a door. Let's see, are they all doors? Yes. Can just hide that entire collection then. I'm just trying to predict what I might have problems interpreting when I make the map later. So this should be removed as well. It's in the way, right? I don't know if it's on the floor, or if it's up on the roof, or... A pipe is okay there. Can you get into this place here? No, this is part of some roof detail, so I can ignore that. This thing here is just a ventilation thing. I can probably select all those and hide them. What else? This roof detail can be hidden. And don't see a floor for this room. I don't know if I accidentally hit it or something, but it looks like it might be the same between these two. I'm gonna see if I can just copy this across. It's the same. I'm wondering if maybe I should select just the walls like this. Make it its own object, and then do a limited dissolve on everything. Then add a solidifier. Goes outwards slightly. That way it's a bit easier from above to tell where that room is, right? Because otherwise you don't see the walls. Like here as well, you don't see the walls. I'll just select the room pieces here. Isolate that. Limited dissolve. Do the same thing. Just solidify outwards slightly. Otherwise, I might have made the wall back here instead, which is slightly incorrect. This is some form of floor detail that I don't really need here, so I'll remove that. This pipe is in the roof, so I'll remove that. I guess I'll do it here too, just in case it confuses me later on. Can you get in here as well? Do the same thing here then. Just gonna select one of these, and select linked object data, hide all of them. Remove the roof and the roof decals. Selecting one vert on each, and then I do a select linked selection. Separate and hide. And then select by linked object data. Just making sure it's not something important that I removed, but doesn't seem like it. I just keep doing the same thing over and over, so it's not much of a difference. I could remove all these, I suppose. Nothing of none of these are important for navigation, so it's fine to remove those. Also got to consider if any of the trash here will be confusing for me when I make the map. Like, I like to keep some detail, like furniture, cars, stuff like that, but the trash is probably not that important to keep. Let's select one of these. Garbage, parking. Just hide all of those. Garbage. Keep those. So this kind of detail is fine. I don't think I want to go into that much detail on this map, but I might change my mind. So I'm pressing the decimal button on the numpad when I hover my mouse over the outliner to go to where this object is in the outliner right away. And then I see what collection is part of, and if it seems like everything in this collection is part of the same, like instancing, I could just instantly hide that whole thing rather than manually go around and try and find every instance manually, you know, it would take a long time. I think I removed most of that small garbage. Makes it a bit easier to see. What is this thing? Also looks like papers or something. I think these big heaps of garbage is okay to keep because that could be a good good thing to keep for the map. Want to remove those. Okay. These pillars need to be filled in up here. Fill in the top, probably. Go back. Blender might crash when I go back too many steps quickly, so I'm just gonna save. Now they are much more visible from above. More of this garbage. Let's hide that. This broken rubble might be good to keep actually. Keep that. Keep these signs or not. So I could keep them there. All lying things on the balconies are removed. It seems fine now. Let's keep going. Here's another room. Same thing. Separate that roof. Hide it. To grab all of these decals. Do the same thing there. There's a pillar in this room, so I'll keep that in. These roof details can be removed. Just do this for now. Could actually just delete all this. I don't need to keep them in any way, but filling in the pillar there. This one too. Needs another bird though. Okay. This should be filled in. And do the same thing like on the other rooms. Just gonna separate the walls. Limited dissolve. Use a solidify outwards slightly to get the walls. This floor should be the same color as this floor over here. Now I noticed this room doesn't have any walls, so I think what might happen is that these are instanced. I didn't notice. So if I move this here, it probably fits perfectly. Oh. Kind of see the opening here without this pink bar, but it anyway. Right, and this goes all the way here, right? Just so I have an idea how big the opening is. It's gonna be the same down here, I guess. Since they're instanced. Why are there so few people? This is more interesting than Tarkov gameplay, not gonna lie. Thanks, dude. It's probably because I don't stream a lot, to be honest. And I don't have any schedule that I follow. I stream every now and then. I'm happy you found it interesting, though. I wasn't even sure if this would be something people would want to see. So, apparently, instanced objects don't share the same viewport display color. So I'm just going to do this. Just give it like an orange, I guess. And right click here, copy to selected. Let's do it again. Maybe I misclicked. Copy to selected. And that gives that same orange color to all of these pillars. So now, later on, when I make the my own little map for this tunnel, I can spot all the pillars very easily from above, right? Because of the color. And I'll do the same with these. So I just give it random color shade. Right click, copy to selected. I'm really interested in this work, but I'm too lazy to learn it myself, so I just watch people do it. Okay, fair enough. So this room down here still needs a properly colored floor, so let's just give it that. These seem to be the same pillars almost as this one, but I guess it's not. There's a few of those. Let's give those a blue color, I guess. So these might be confusing because they're not big objects, they're very flat on the floor. From above, they look like they might be giant generators or something. I guess I could just keep that in mind. Let's select all of them, give this a, I don't know what this color is called, teal maybe? Color. These are all of the speed bumps. I'll give them a yellow. I misclicked again. Yellow, copy to selected. So already it's getting a lot easier to read from above. Like before it was too cluttery, right? Had all those hold on, maybe I can even do this. If I enable this collection again, you can't even see the thing, but it was very very messy in comparison. Plus all the trash that are in different collections. Just hide that again. This is important. Probably not. I'll keep it for now though. These things could probably be a different color. Give them a pink. Splashes. I don't want any of this trash that is basically flat on the ground. It's not really going to help anybody with navigating, even if I do add this later. That remove the stuff up here. Does whatever. These are like taller little pillars. Color as well. Yeah, green. It's clicking reset to default. Cool. Or the ventilation. Maybe I should keep it there. So here. Details on the roof. I'm basically just looking at this and being like, I wonder if this is readable, you know? Let's see, your maps made playing so much easier with my 40-year-old mate. He used to get lost more often than I even thought he has been playing since 2018. Damn. Yeah. I mean, I think when I started playing, I used Maxon's 3D maps, and it's literally what got me started doing this. I always thought his map over customs was superior because I could understand it so easily, just at a glance, you know? Um, yeah. I should keep these bigger piles of garbage. I shouldn't touch those, but stuff like this could probably be hidden. I think for a beginner, it is very good because then you get your bearings, right? You find you know where the extracts are now and stuff like that. Then once you know that, you could probably start using like Jindu's 2D maps or something, and you would be fine because you already know the most important stuff, right, from the 3D maps. So it's like basically you could just switch maps depending on what you need. Okay. just looking at my reference board down here from PureF. So the tunnels will be here, below the ground, right? And this is what my map looks like right now, and this is the angle that I want to have for the end when I'm done with the project. I've done some interiors so far. I think they're okay. I'm just trying to not make it too confusing. So like, I don't know if you can see in a small window. Make this a bit bigger. So, for example, this building is a fusion. I think it might be the fusion building. I'm not sure. Anyway, you go in here, right? And there's like a spiral staircase that goes up to the second floor, which is this block here. I wonder if stuff like this is obvious to somebody reading the map that this is the second floor. But obviously I might have to label this later somehow. As opposed to on this side, this is the bottom floor, right? And you can see the staircase going up to the second floor, which is here. So this is a bit more intuitive, I think. So I'm wondering if maybe this will confuse people because of the intuitive view on this side, and then on this side it's like split up like this. It's not above the other floor, if that makes sense. And also the tunnels that I'm making right now. How should I place it on this map? I should probably have it down here, right? Like make the render a bit bigger and have it down here. Yeah. Or if I look at the current map that I have on my website, that I have a top-down view like this, it might be much easier to read a tunnel system or any type of interior from this point of view. So I really, yeah, I don't know yet how I'm gonna do it. I do like the idea though of having everything being in the 3D like this. But if it's confusing, I'll just have to ditch that idea. Right. I feel like something is missing here though. There should be a corridor. If I look down here, you see number 4. So number 4, if I go up here on the, I need to press minus on the numpad to close everything. Exterior number 4, sky side. So this section is Empire. If I turn that on, that's the exterior of the Empire building. Shouldn't there be... Am I looking at this wrong or something? There should be a door that leads into this building, right? Let's see. Maybe if I turn on the interior of Empire's number 1, turn that on. Yeah, so here it is. So part of the tunnels is in the interior. This is why I got confused. So let's go... Need to split them up somehow. What is a good way of doing this? I would kind of want to keep the staircase for both views. So the Empire lift. What if I let's hide the relationship lines because they're making it hard to see. Okay. I'm gonna hide the tunnels. temporarily. I want to have everything down here basically. So I think I'm just gonna make a copy of all this and moved into a new collection called Empire Basement. Right? Then I could go in here again, I could hide this, and I'll only keep those pieces that are relevant, and unhide tunnels again. Okay, so now I separated that piece, and we can split this roof piece off. Hide these pipes, probably, right? They're mostly just up in the roof. And I think this, can you enter this? What is this? So this is elevator. Hide all these little lights or whatever this is. This is part of the thing. So I'm gonna look at it from the sides. And then I'm gonna select all of these. Don't need this. That off. Those little dots are fine. Don't need to change that. Where do you even get the whole render of the map from? I get it from the game. It's extracted from the game files. And then I have sorted everything using this add-on here, Scene Organizer, which is an add-on that a bot made for me. So it's AI made. I basically just told it, I want you to sort. I want you to turn this parenting into a collection parenting system instead. And it did it. It just works. So it's great. And it also, everything that is named sort of similar, it also puts them in individual collections for me. You can see it here with the tunnels collection. So you see, for example, I don't know, it should have actually put all the broken glass into the same collection, but for most things it works. Makes it a lot easier to read like this rather than everything in the same collection. Also makes it easier to disable certain stuff quickly. So everything. So this goes up a staircase. I didn't know there was another staircase there. Split this off and give it the same color as this. So I think the higher up it goes, the lighter the color should be. So this floor here should be even brighter. So we just paste this and then turn that up a little bit. That way I can see sort of from above. I don't want this. I don't want this roof piece here. Really, it's not any good. So maybe I could just delete this. I'll do what I did with the other rooms. I'm just gonna do that, do a limited dissolve. And here, I'll just do a cut. I can select this. Maybe it doesn't work. What? I just have to add this manually like this. Then remove that face, remove that face. I have to cover this up, I guess. It doesn't really matter, but I'll do it. Then could I maybe also add that solidify just to make it easier to see the walls from above. I killed 6 PMC in one raid that's in that spot because they all came running into tunnels from Empire. Yep. That's how it goes. It's been a long time since I played this game. I mean, I tried in the beginning of the hardcore event, but I don't know. I like the game, but I just feel like it's too time consuming. It's like you do your loadout, even with the loadout, like you can save your loadout now and stuff like that. Even with that, it's still doing all that stuff, inventory management, and then sitting in the queue for like 8 minutes or whatever, even more sometimes. Yeah, I just can't do it anymore. I just keep thinking there's other things I could do right now, you know? So I usually just, I like the idea of the game more than I like playing it, if that makes sense. Is this an enterable room? Am I doing the wrong thing here? I kind of like DayZ or even Stalker better for that reason, because those games kind of have a beginning and an end. Like you could decide to play DayZ for 2 lives or whatever, and eventually you'll die, right? So it's just ending that whole run. But in Tarkov, it's like you go in, you die, you spend another 20, 25 minutes preparing, and then you go in again, and then you die maybe in 1 minute, you know? I don't know. I don't know why I should even keep this in. It's like completely closed off. There's no way. You can't get in here, right? There's no elevator in here. Something like that. Like, why is this even inside the building to begin with? It's got all these rebar things. A lot of detail in there. I'll just hide it, I guess. I don't need it. These 2 floors could probably have the same gray color, or a shade of it at least. Then, I guess it's at the bottom down there. Dark one. I don't think you could go into the elevator. That's just the one with the broken doors on the top. Oh, okay, so that's why it's there. So you can like look down a little bit, I guess. Makes sense. It would be cool if you could open it, or if it's like slightly open and somebody up in the top could drop a grenade down or something. I mean, it's already there. Why not take advantage? This thing back here. I mean, this is not even in the playable area, I guess, right? Playable area cuts off right there. I need to mark the openings here again. Oops. There's no opening on that side, right? It's just the garage door. So this could be slightly confusing, I guess, with the doors here. In case anybody else who's watching is confused by what I'm doing, is I'm making a map over this location, which is an in-game location from Escape from Tarkov. And I'm basically gonna model this tunnel later on, right? And when I do that, this is gonna be my reference, right? It's gonna be my background when I model the tunnels. And these pink pieces, they show me how big the door openings are. Well, I could just take a boolean and cut here, but I don't know. I feel like this is a better way of doing it. That this way I also don't miss anything. I'm using vertex snap to snap to the sides there. Vertex snapping and edge snapping is usually what I use. Door over here, there's like chain link fence, and then just a door inside of that. Size of that, so it's usually 1 meter wide for a normal door in a game. Seems to be somewhat close to that. Let's see, actually, keep going. Like 1 meter wide. So later, when I make this map, I could use this cube here to make sure everything has the right proportions. These might be worth coloring differently because they're low on the ground. They're not like part of a bigger pillar. Give it a purplish color. Apparently, there's only one on the whole tunnel system. Okay, and this wall here, I forgot this one. I'll split the wall off. What did I do just then? Let's go back a bit. I'm guessing there's like a wallpaper kind of decal on top of this or something. That one, I guess. Limit to dissolve. Give this a slight solidify outwards. Let's look at it from above. It's good. Yes, I don't really need to remove this. I can remember that these are just roof details. That's fine. It's important that I get these right, because this will be the same size as the interior of the building later on. Let's have a look again at the old map. Make sure I haven't missed something. So it seems like there's another interior here. Part of number 2, part of Skyside. So let's minimize everything. Bring in indoor of Skyside, which is number 4 internally. Okay. Then I'll do the same as before. I'll turn the tunnels off. And I guess I could turn off the Empire basement as well for now. Gutters could also be hidden. Let's make sure I select everything. Make a copy. Put these in Skyside basement. Tunnels back. Bring the Empire basement back. And actually, I'm going to move both of these into the tunnels collection, so I don't have to change that again. It should be at the bottom there. These details. Everything that's instanced, I select. So that's when I just pick one of these. Do object, or select, sorry. Select linked object data. That way everything that shares the same object data will be selected. So I can quickly move them into the hidden collection. And then I have it in the my favorite, so I just press Q twice and then O. Select everything quickly like this. Hide those. I wonder if they initially planned it to be possible to go all the way down to this entrance of the map. So if this is Empire, this staircase is Empire, right? Then this down here has got to be this this tunnel entrance down here, right? Maybe that would just make it a bit too easy. They want to force people to engage upstairs. Select the floor. So these are all decals, I assume. So I'm just gonna select coplanar selection. Is there a quick way I could select all of these? Do this, I guess. These are probably decals for some sort of pattern on the floor, right? And I mean, this is also the reason why you can't just take an in-game environment and take a screenshot from above and think that would be enough for a map. It's just too cluttered, it's too noisy, right? It gets really hard to read. So if you look at, for example, Tarkov dev's satellite map, it is really good in sense that it shows you everything from above, but it's very hard to see smaller detail on it, right? And that's just because it still got all that trash, all the decals, everything is still there. So it becomes very noisy. You can still read it, but it takes some time to understand where everything is. So it's a hard map to just glance over at on your other screen, if that makes sense. Right, so this keeps going into the staircase there, yeah. So I need to remove this roof as well. I have to solidify to this as well. To walls are not merged, it seems. Let's see, select guess there's some decals on the wall here, that's why it's hard to select everything. I'm just gonna do this. To flip this part of the wall. I mean, I guess it doesn't really make sense to fix that anyway. I want to select this. And it's time to isolate the important parts of this room. Like that. Why did it move this in the latest Blender version? The auto merge is here now. The tool menu on the side. Everything that isn't already merged on the side. That's good. And then let's do limited solve. Sharpen. Don't really need it though, but store, is it just a decal? Give that a slight solidify going outwards. It seems like the this part of the wall here doesn't want to flip the right way. It looks okay though from above, so it's fine. Hey Berserk, how you doing, man? You good? Probably need to add some of these pink or things. And again, this pink box is just for me to see where the door, how big the door opening is when I look at this from above. So don't need to guess. Let's delete this, I guess. Then I'm just gonna do the same as before. Where's the other staircase? When did I select the lower floor? Yes. This will be the lower floor. This is the higher one. So the brighter the gray is, the higher up it is. Bottom, make it a very dark gray. Don't want any of these trash details, so just remove that. Okay. Comparing to the old map again. Making sure I haven't missed a room or something. Like, feel free to tell me if you see that I have missed something. These boxes here, these are the bridges that are on top here normally. But I pull them to the side since I don't want them to be in the way, right? But I might actually, I might just hide them because there's no good way for me to show these in a 3D view, right? Like if I would make my own map and it would keep these in, I don't know, I think it would be just make it harder to read for no real advantage. Because these little, what do you call these actually? Like an overpass? Maybe? Yeah, so these overpass bridges, they don't really mean anything to the player. They don't block your sight or anything. So maybe I should just hide them. Here, I'll put them in a collection called Bridges. And I'll put them into the hidden collection. Just if I want to bring them back for some reason. Okay. Still need to fix the walls here. I fixed them for this room, but I still need to do it here. So you can still see it's from above. You can't see the walls. Ivan Bormata, massive thank you, man. I'm just preparing reference right now, so this is not something that I have made at all. This is all Battlestate Games. I'm preparing the reference so I can make this tunnel myself for my map. And I want it to be easy to read for me when I make the map. So I've been color coding certain things, like these pillars are this color, these pillars are this color, and so on. And these pink boxes are door openings, so that I know how big I should make them, right? It's beginning to become finished. Let's do a limited dissolve here. Give this a solidify outwards. I think I accidentally gave this the floor material, or the floor color rather. So I'm gonna separate the walls and make sure it's got the default white. Okay. Another thing I might want is I might want to see what the first staircase is like. But maybe I could make a second render for that, so I know what direction I should make the staircase go. So I think this area is done. It's got the wall thickness. That's done too, I guess. I'm just looking for things that I can't identify from above, like if I'm not sure what something is, then I'll have to color code it or something. Like this stuff here might be... This is just part of the ramp that goes under, so this is the concrete. be hidden. Okay. So there's more than 1,000 things we have hidden now from the original view. And I think that might be it. I think it might be done. See, that's the other ramp that doesn't exist. Let's go into rendered mode. This is what it would look like if I render this out right now. It looks pretty bad, so I'm gonna change something. What is making it look so dark? Is it just my color management maybe? Change this to standard. Makes it look darker actually. So maybe use the gamma. 0.5. Double checking. I forgot this room. I knew there was something. So select one wall here. Select links and separate it. To dissolve. Give it a very small solidify, just so I can see the walls. And it's got these patterns on the floor here that I think I'm just gonna remove or hide for now, because it's gonna be confusing maybe. It's good. I could probably render this out on the stream, because it's just I'm using Workbench. It should be okay. Let's try it out. Stream might freeze for a second. Okay, it's done. I guess you can't see this because it's in a different window now. So give me a second. I'm just gonna save it as I don't know, tunnels, I guess. Gotta get into PureF right here. And I'm gonna make the window a bit bigger. So this is the reference I'm gonna use now. So let's have it the same size as the other tunnel. Okay, so I'm just comparing now. Left side is the map that I made for this map here, right? This is the same model. And I can see there's an indent down here that should be just across that I missed. What is that? Did I miss something? Let's make this smaller again. So according to this, there is a section here that I have missed. That would be the capital insight, I guess, right? No, it would be fusion. So let's see again. Fusion is number 3. Check the interior of number 3. Yes, there is another interior that I missed. So let's fix that by hiding the tunnels again. Turning on X-ray modes. I'm just going to select all this. I don't need those upper staircase pieces, so this is fine. I'm going to duplicate this, move it into a new collection called Capital Insights Basement. Okay, then I can hide the indoor section there and re-enable the tunnels. It's a lot of work preparing just the reference, right? So I haven't even started making the map yet. Or rather, the map over the tunnels. I haven't started doing that yet. So let's move this into collection. Do this stuff again. Just delete that, right? I'll keep those pipes. It's fine. I don't want any of this ash though. Separates the floor. And because it's on the same level as this other floor, it should be the same color. I'm wondering if maybe I should remove this top floor there. Do the same thing here again. Split this off. A limited dissolve. a little bit of a solidify. Okay, on all this trash, like usual, everything that's like flat on the ground, I don't want to see. Because it just clutters the view, it makes it harder to read what stuff is supposed to be. It's music. Yeah, let's compare it to my old tunnel map again. I'm just checking for stuff that might be on the old one, but I missed here on this one. This thing here is just some sort of indentation. Maybe I should remove that just so I can see. Not really important, I guess, but maybe. Obviously, I'll just cut this off, this piece up here, that's like out of bounds. I think this music change didn't make things better. Go back to ambient music. But yeah, I think this is done now for using as reference. I don't see anything else that I have missed here. And yeah, if I notice, like while I'm making the tunnel map, I could always just go back to this file here, enable tunnels, add what I need, and yeah. But yeah, I also need to decide on the angle I want to use later. If I want it to be the same 3D view, or if I want to keep the tunnels in a top-down view like this, like on the older map that I have here. Like this is very easy to read, I think, but maybe having it like this and having the vehicles in there as well might make a difference. I'll probably make the walls a bit shorter then to make it easier to see. But yeah, as a reference, I think this is fine. I'll render this out again. Right, that tunnel map. Let's see if it updates in Pure. Can I reload this or something? Just have to pull it in again, I guess. So now I have that piece down there that was missing before. So on my old one, I don't have this detail of this room down here. I do notice now that I can still see all the trash. It's because I haven't disabled those collections, I guess. But only in this room. And a decal in this room. I think it might be because of this here. Let me turn on the... What is it? Organize mod or add-on. Here. So earlier I hid a lot of stuff by name. So I hid all the like puddles and collider stuff and all this. So it's just hidden. It's not actually removed. So I think I just need to hit the delete here. Yes. And I think it might go through all of the collections when it's doing this. So it might take a second. There deleted 9,021 objects. So I hope that should fix it. Let's try and render again. If it's still showing the trash, then it's just me who forgot to disable a collection. No, it seems to be going up. Okay, I'm gonna save this again. Tunnels. It's done. Okay. I thought I would stream like beginning to make the tunnels today, but yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'll do that tomorrow, I think. It's Monday tomorrow, so yeah, I'll stream tomorrow around the same time, 5 or 6 p.m. Central European time, and I'll get started on this tunnel. I don't know yet if I'm gonna keep all of this smaller detail, but I do want to bring in most of the vehicles, I think. And I've already made my own like low poly versions of these vehicles, so that should be quite fast. Maybe some of these trailers need to be made. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, thank you for watching. I'll stream again tomorrow, starting on using this reference we just made to make the tunnels. And when I do that, I don't know, I have a bit more choice of how I want to display it. I still haven't really decided, so this is going to dictate how I want to display all of the interiors on the whole map, I guess, rather than just the tunnels. Hey Speed Priest, how you doing, man? Came in just as I'm ending the stream. Yeah, I'll stream again tomorrow, 5 or 6 p.m. and yeah, tunnels. I'll see you then. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.